Good morning, everyone. I am filming this video today on Tuesday, November 1st, 2022 from our cabin on Disney Wonder. We are in stateroom 7002, which is an Oceanview cabin. I'm not sure if I don't know the difference between a standard and a deluxe Oceanview. I don't know what we have. The reason we have an Oceanview cabin is because we booked this cruise pretty last minute and there were no veranda or balcony cabins left on the ship. There are none available on this sailing, but we actually really like this cabin. Some people say that it's not worth it to get an ocean view with a window, but at least on Disney Cruise Line, I don't think that's the case. We're actually really enjoying this room. And so in this quick video, I want to tell you the pros and cons of this particular cabin. First of all, let me tell you about location. We are on deck 7. There are passenger decks on Disney Wonder on deck 1, deck 2, and all the passenger cabins on deck 1 and 2 are either insides or ocean views like this one with a porthole. I will tell you, because I've stayed in one of those on deck 2 before, that it can be really neat to have an ocean view cabin really close to the water line like that, because you can see the ocean really good, and that's kind of neat. Okay, then there's cabins on decks 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those are the only passenger cabins on Disney Wonder. And we are on deck 7, so we are sandwiched between deck 6, which is all passenger cabins, and deck 8, which is all passenger cabins. We also do have staterooms on all sides of us, other than the outside of the ship, obviously. So that's something that is often recommended if you want to make sure you have a nice, quiet stateroom experience, is to make sure you have cabins on all sides of you. The other thing is we are at the end of a dead-end hallway. So there's a crew area at the end of the hallway, and I'll maybe show you that, or I showed it in my room tour. So nobody is walking past our room. So that's really nice, because the passengers can't go any farther forward. There's literally only one room to this side of us, room 7000, that is any farther forward than we are. So we are as far forward on the ship as you can go, and we're relatively high. So there's deck 8, 9, and 10 above us. Going back to sound, the only thing I would say is very quiet here, but one possible disadvantage of having neighbors all around you is, like we experienced this morning, it was very brief. Both above us and next door to us on this side were some noisy, early rising little kids who were stomping around on the floor and banging around and stuff. But they must have gotten out of their rooms pretty quickly, because then it stopped. You know, you could always have a noisy neighbor. With the location on the ship, we do definitely feel significant rocking. Now, it's much smoother now. I think we were going at a pretty high rate of speed last night, and we definitely could feel a lot of motion. Now, it doesn't bother me or Ben. Once in a while it might bother Ben a little bit, but I actually really like it. I really enjoyed it. And like the captain said in an announcement last night, it kind of rocks you to sleep. Also, that brings me to, I found that the main bed was very comfortable. I really like the pillows. Lots of nice big fluffy pillows. Ben said it's still technically kind of a sofa. So not the most comfortable in the world. I would say though that this is a good length. It's longer than a typical one of these that we've seen. So you still can't fully extend? Yeah, Ben has very long legs. Did you sleep okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The other thing that I thought was really nice is these curtains. Ben basically had his own room. When you shut these, I mean, and right now we have the curtains to the porthole open, but it was completely dark over there, wasn't it? Yeah. And last night, I actually was really tired, and I fell asleep around 10:15, and Ben had gone out to film the pumpkin tree show, right? Wasn't it a show? In the atrium for me, and to see what that was like. And he came back into the room, and I didn't even know he came back. I guess I fell asleep just assuming he was here. I was asleep. So I'm assuming you used the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really worried to flush because it's really loud.
Yeah, the flush is very loud. All cruise ship flushes are very loud, just so you know. Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I must have been out.
It was nice how that, because my suitcase was right there. So
yeah, his suitcase is right here on this side, so he could just pull it out. That's a really nice feature, especially if you're a couple different adult friends or parents with kids or whatever, to have these like two completely separate areas, and it really does divide it off. Ben, who loves a balcony, Ben absolutely loves having a balcony on cruises. Our last 2 cruises we've had balconies. He says he doesn't mind this at all. He actually really likes it. This is a very big window.
Yeah.
It's a very big window. And I mean, I remember on my first cruise on Disney Magic, we were on deck 2, and Andrew actually stood up on that little ledge, and he was like his full, you know, standing up, he wasn't even as big as the window. So, I mean, you have a very, very nice view out this porthole. I wouldn't like an inside though. We've had an inside on this ship before. It was 5505, I think. And it was one of the ones that's turned sideways, which actually does make them feel more spacious. For that one, it was good, but I'm kind of claustrophobic, and I just really feel if I had an inside at this point in my life, I would have a hard time with it.
I just couldn't do it because of the rocking.
Oh, and Ben thinks he might get a little motion sick, yeah. But we think that the porthole is a totally great compromise if you can't get a balcony or can't afford a balcony. Don't hear it now, but last night there was quite a bit of creaking. Like,
I heard it, yeah.
Yeah,
when
noise.
I walked in,
Yeah, there's like the motion of the ship, like the joints and stuff of the ship, little things move and you hear like these little creaky noises. This is a really nice, good, spacious cabin especially for the 2 of us. The bathrooms are tight.
But there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 of them, you know, but they are pretty small. So just be aware, it might be hard for some bigger folks to get in there. One other thing I want to say that I noticed is there's no way to indicate to our cabin attendant that we're like a do not disturb.
Oh.
There's no magnet or light or anything like you see in a lot of other staterooms, and I keep wondering, like, did we miss something? You know, that we're supposed to
find it right now.
Yeah, she'll probably leave it out there for us now. But there's nothing like that to like indicate we're in the room, don't bother us, or we're not in the room. You can come in and make the room up. So that's just one thing that I noticed. But overall, I hope that helps you. And if you're interested in this type of cabin style, we're very happy in this room. But there are some things to consider with location on the ship when you're choosing your cabin. I always advise you to choose your own cabin and not let the cruise line do it for you. I know you can save some money that way, but
if you really don't care.
If you really don't care, yeah, if you really genuinely couldn't care less, like you don't have issues with seasickness, you don't have issues with noise, then go ahead and let the cruise line pick it. But if you have any concerns at all about the stuff that might relate to location, pick your own cabin. But we really like this cabin, and I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from our Disney cruise and our upcoming cruises, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We have lots more content coming. Have a great day, everyone, and safe travels.
Safe travels.